Okay, so this is our first episode of the Fine Arts Collective podcast. And with this first episode, we're freestyling. We don't even have a mic, but we know we just checked it, so it sounds good enough. But anyways, this whole first podcast is going to be more of like a introduction to our newest artist, Mr. Javier. So Javier is considered our apprentice, but really you've been tattooing for how long now? Like as like not professionally, but you know, just the first time you put a needle to someone's skin.
Okay, that was probably the end of 2015 or the beginning of 2016.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So that's like eight years, 9
Yeah,
years, something like
8-ish,
that.
9-ish, something like that.
The owner, you can't see us. Anyways, so were you consistent the whole time, or like, or when did you like really just start?
So I consistently started practicing. After the first time that I started tattooing, I consistently started to practice for a few months, and I got good, and then I left it completely for maybe a year, and then after that it was like consistency for a month or two, maybe 3, and then dropping it for another few months. So
yeah,
on and off, and it wasn't like I was practicing anymore. I was just, you know.
What was your longest gap between from 2015-16 till now? Like, what was your biggest gap of not
I want
doing?
to say the first time, which was a whole year.
Okay.
That's been my biggest gap.
So you've been tattooing for a while.
Yes.
Okay. Well, but so over here we still have Javi considered as an apprentice, for the reason being that, well, Mason is mentoring Javi. Well, so is Josue, but I think Mason's more so stepping into that role. Mason's 11 years, you know, in the industry, so he's got way more knowledge. But it's because Mason is saying, you know, there's a lot of things that he needs to teach you that he believes will increase, you know, increase your talents. And Mason, I really respect what Mason brings as a veteran artist, and his whole demeanor of like, the first time Mason came in here, like the first time I met him, and like we agreed everything on like an Instagram that he was gonna work here.
Yeah.
And so, and I was excited because I've seen his work, and I was like, yes, like we about to, you know, like we got a good one. And so Mason comes the first time and he wants to check the shop out. And as soon as he comes in, he's like, basically he's kind of like, okay, we need security cameras. We don't have cameras. We need security cameras.
Yeah.
What this right here, like the state's not gonna. He just comes in here like telling me, and I'm just like, all right, I like this guy. Like he's one, like he's not afraid to speak his mind, and what he's speaking on is bettering. And I'm like, thank you. Like, you know, man, anything that you can do to make me better, I'm with it. But anyways, Mason, you know. That's the reason why Javi's still classified as an apprentice, even though, as you just heard, like he's been tattooing for a while. If you look at his work on our Instagram at Fine Art Studio 281, you'll see the work is good. Like it doesn't look like he just picked up a tattoo gun, and that's why. How do you feel about that? As far as like coming in here and being classified as an apprentice?
I really don't mind, because I came here knowing that I wasn't gonna really know every single technique that you could use to, you know, do something differently in a piece, and you know how pieces are different.
Yeah.
I knew coming in here that I wasn't gonna know every single technique and how to properly, you know, clean everything, sterilize everything before and afterwards, how to set up a station.
And Mason, like, Mason doesn't, like, he's on it.
So the first time that I came here, when I did my, you know, my
tattoo, a little trial.
He was behind me, and he was, you know, watching me, and at first I was so nervous. Oh my God. I knew, like, I thought I was shaking. Oh my God, no. But he gave me a few pointers, and I listened to him, and I applied those techniques that he told me to that tattoo. He was able to get me to do a 1 pass just by me following those techniques that he had gave me in those few minutes that he was watching me.
I'm real quick, was crazy. For people who might not understand, because I totally don't understand, although I think I do now. But what is a one pass?
So a one pass is when you're tattooing someone and you just do a one pass and you don't have to go over it again.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I usually would do 2 to 4 passes.
Okay, okay.
I just recently learned that 3 is where you want to be at if you have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
In music, like when you go in the studio and you're gonna rap your verse, it's like basically it's the same thing. Like if you can get it that first time, like damn, like
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Arts.
But yeah, I mean, just with those few minutes of his coaching, I got to do a one pass, and I mean, a bunch of stuff got better. My timing, everything just got better. And I was just right there. So I'm like, I respect what he does too, and I respect what kind of person he is, how he's been towards me. It's all been lit. It's all been really nice. Yeah. No, so I don't mind it.
And Mason said, he's like, after you left or anything, he's telling me, he's like, this dude, I tell him one thing, and he gets it. He's, I think I remember he mentioned something about like, something I don't know what it was, but basically like pull the skin to tighten it up so that you can do whatever. Which with haircuts you do the same thing. Like whenever you're doing someone's edge up, you want to pull their skin down.
Yeah.
But anyways, he said everything that he had pointed out to you, like you got it instantly. So he said like this dude has a lot of potential. Like,
and I came here to learn. I didn't come here to say, oh, I know how to. I came here to learn, and that's what I want to do. So of course I'm gonna listen to anything that might be helpful for me to grow in this business and as an artist. I'm gonna listen to it. If it doesn't work for me in the end, then I might switch it up and stuff. Let him know. But other than that, I welcome it all.
Nice. Good. Okay, cool. So you've been tattooing for a long time. That's good. It's good for the clients to know too.
Yeah.
So, what you've been here? When was that? How long has it been? A couple of weeks?
A couple of weeks, for sure.
Okay, so from your 2 weeks here, what is your what's what I'm looking for? What do you get from the not the vibe, but like what is your? Okay, now I know what I'm gonna say. Before you came here, what did you think? Like, what was your, what were you thinking you were going to get into? What do you think the vibe was going to be? What do you think, just
like
the people?
And then what
was it?
Like before I even came in the shop?
Yeah.
Okay, so before I came, I thought I was going to get into, because I have been offered, apprenticeship at a couple of shops before.
Yeah.
When I stepped in those shops, it was kind of, I don't know the word for it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it was just like a big letdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I was expecting to come here and be like, oh, like it's gonna, I don't know, smell nasty. If it doesn't smell nasty, it's gonna
did it smell nasty at those other shops?
A little bit.
Okay.
One did, the other one didn't. It's just a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know. Me as a person, if I'm gonna go get a tattoo somewhere with somebody, I just need their area to be clean. I need, because they're about to puncture my skin. Like, I need them to be clean. I need it to not smell funky. So I just was like, I didn't have my hopes real high. I was like, something's gonna, like, it's gonna be one thing or another thing. It's gonna be something. But when I walked in here, it smelled clean. And then I saw the floor. That's my favorite part of the shop, is the floor. I love the floor. I saw the floor and I just felt like fancy when I walked in. I had never ever stepped foot in a shop and felt all of this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what we're going for, elegance.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's the vibe that I got. And I was like, I got excited, but then I was like, okay, now let me see how these people are. Let me see what they got to offer. And all that stuff, and that was great too. So,
I'm assuming that possibly you did a little bit of research online, maybe, like even if it's just like looking at the Instagram or just things like that. Yeah. So, from what you got from there, and then now after a couple of weeks of just being here, does that translate what you see digitally to what it really is in person, or is there something, is it different?
To be honest, I feel like I got, how do I explain this? So being on the internet, seeing, everything I've seen and what I saw about the shop,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, it seems like a nice shop.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, with the experience that I had with other shops, it's like they kind of like take pictures and stuff like that and make it more than what it is.
So
then you get there and it's a
yeah.
letdown. For me, this is the opposite. For me, the pictures and everything on the internet doesn't really do it justice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get here and it's like something different,
Yeah. That's all. I mean, for me to hear that, it's like,
yes,
we're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. So, what about the location? What do you think about the location? Because people, I know, obviously I know, that like that's probably before we came here or right when we came here. I know people questioned and they were like why there? Like that's not the best location, and it's just even the position and things like that. But I'm letting them. I was telling them the way that I've done things is I want to go somewhere and keep the expenses low and count on our business marketing and promotions and just everything that that I've personally done in other types of businesses. And with us keeping the expenses low, we can focus on the actual, the services and the experience, and then we can expand later on and whatnot. But versus just going into a top notch, super expensive, and then now we gotta, just to break even. There's so much stuff we gotta do, and then you haven't even built it yet, and but we're almost a year being here, like legitimate as far as licenses and everything. March will be a year, so it's kind of developed. So with the location that it's at, but with what we've done inside, what's your view on that? Like, how do you,
I feel like the location doesn't really matter as much when you are trying to do what you said you're trying to do, especially when you're doing a real good job, which you are. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like, I don't know, like when you are like, they invite you to a party and they're like, oh, it's gonna be so badass. Just come with me. And then you get to the outside of it and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
We're like, where are we? And then you go inside and it's like,
it's lit. It's like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like you don't need, the location is good enough for right now.
Yeah.
And then once you expand and like, I don't know, your shop becomes a little bigger on the inside as well, then the outside becomes
and so what I've always told, because there's multiple people involved, and what I always told everyone, and it'll never change, that this right here is essentially, we're creating the blueprint for what we're going to, for the next shop. And once we can get there in the next city, to put one of these in there as well. And that, so we have to master this, and this is almost going to turn into headquarters, and this is the blueprint of what we're going to do elsewhere. And so and then it's also a representation. I'm hoping it will be a representation of like, I guess, hope, as far as to the people out there, that you don't have to be on Main Street, you don't have to
drive 30 minutes to get here.
Yeah, you don't have to go to downtown. You don't have to go to these places to be successful. You can be successful by being good at business, and then you can go anywhere and you will bring the people here and they will experience what you've created. And if it's good, well then it doesn't matter where it's at.
It doesn't matter, they'll follow.
So, ooh, excuse me. Too much caffeine. Drink some more, screw it. Yeah, but so like this is the first one that we've done, and I'm super excited to do this because we've been saying we're gonna do this. I'm hoping this backdrop is cool, but I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited. Like,
you know what's crazy? If this is the blueprint, ground zero, like it's real. Like I can't even. What something better than this? I mean, I can imagine bigger. I always imagine bigger.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't know. You know?
Is that a guitar?
Oh yeah.
You play the guitar?
Yeah. And the piano.
You gotta get the guitar. We got a camera on. You gotta get the guitar now.
Nah.
You gotta get the guitar.
I'm not that good, bro.
Okay. Wow. Okay. This is the Fine Arts Collective. Music is an art.
Yeah.
Anyways. By the way, we just opened up a barbershop too. It doesn't look like this. It will. But we are open. We got our licenses. We're ready to operate. So if y'all need a haircut, guess who's doing it? Me. I got some good deals. So if I need a haircut, I gotta put that out there. You need a haircut? And when you work here, I give you free haircuts.
Oh, yeah.
Like Jesus Christ. Like I don't see how like people
Can you do mullets?
Yeah, I can do anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can do anything except for like animals.
Cause I be cutting myself, and I just be like, I be trying to just do right here, cause I'm trying to let all this grow. You know?
Yeah. Oh,
but like, easy. I don't know, like, can you like edge this up? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I can't do that. I can't.
Easy, light work. Yeah. No, we got you. How long has this been on? Let's see. 17 minutes. This is our first one.
That's good.
You know, I feel like 17 minutes. I like that number, 17.
Yeah, it's a good number.
It's a good number. And I think we're going to go ahead and end it. But if y'all want a tattoo from Javier, but give them your tattoo nickname.
Okay, so my tattoo nickname is Chago because I go by Baby Chago sometimes because my grandpa in Mexico, that man lived to 90 something. Yeah, and I used to go to Mexico to see him every year. During the summer, we would spend the summer like maybe a month or two out of the summer. We would spend it over there, and so that was the first 8 to 9 years of my life. And after that, you know, the cartel started getting bad, and then we started getting like it started becoming more expensive to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
So we stopped going, and I have not returned ever since. So that sucks.
Is he still alive?
No, he passed away a few years ago, and I didn't get to go either.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's okay. But that sucked, and so his name was Santiago, and they called him Papa Chago. Yeah. So then I'm the only one with any part of his name in my name because that's my middle name. Santiago is my middle name. Javier Santiago Abel. So I decided I wanted to be Baby Chago. I didn't want to take Papa Chago from him, but maybe when I get to be an old man, maybe I can be Papa Chago too. But I love that man so much. He was awesome. He was fucking awesome. He could do anything. At 95 years old, that man was still walking all the way to the top of the cerros. It's like a little mountain, I guess. He was still walking all the way up there, doing his little thing, sitting and reading, and then coming back down. And they took that away from him when he was, starting to get sick, and that they fucked up there. If they would have let that man keep walking, they would have done the extra.
No, that's how it is.
But yeah, he was awesome. So yeah, so that I decided when I started tattooing that I wanted to be Chago for my tattoos. That was gonna be my brand. If I ever start any business of any type in the future, I'm gonna use that. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna brand that. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know where we're gonna take this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I won't get into that. We'll save that to later. But we're branding our artists here too. We're not just like Fine Arts Collective, no, it's the artists, we're a team.
Yeah.
But cool. Okay, well, if y'all ever need a tattoo, Mr. Javier is gonna be here pretty much what schedule would you tell them as far as your availability?
I'd say I'm probably gonna be here anywhere from probably noon to 6 p.m. from Tuesday to Friday, for sure. But if anyone ever makes an appointment and they want to do schedule for Saturday or Sunday, we can make that work. I can come over here. Yeah.
Nice. What's your Instagram, or where do you prefer people to follow you?
I prefer to be followed on Instagram, just because I made my Instagram a Chago Tattoos page, and you know.
What's the
So the Instagram is Chago _tattoos. Just Chago _tattoos. CHAGO.
There it is. Well, if y'all want to book an appointment or y'all just want to walk in, like you said, 12 to 6, Tuesday through Friday, at least minimum, and come get a tattoo or come through for a consultation or just come check out the shop. But we're going to wrap up. This is episode 1. I'm excited. I'm already ready to edit. We're going to upload it, create a YouTube channel, all that. You know what it is.
Yeah.
But, okay. All right. Y'all have a good day. Thank y'all for watching. Share.